What's up, guys? This is Dards176, and you guys have heard about the NSA listening in on people's phone calls, right? Turns out it gets a lot worse than that. According to this article, U.S. law enforcers now have the permission to look through your computer without you knowing it and look through files. It doesn't mean that they can go deleting files or anything like that, or go making modifications with your computer, but they have been reportedly looked through people's computers without them knowing it. And normally you would need a warrant to look through someone's property, but being that the physical aspect of the property isn't there, it's deemed okay, and it's deemed acceptable. Which I just think is wrong. Quite honestly, if I was to go to someone's house and I was going to look through their computer, I would be considered either a hacker or I would be in violation of their privacy and their property. But being that the US government's doing it and they're not physically there, it's deemed acceptable. But the bad thing is that if someone was to do this and they weren't part of the government and they were looking through someone's computer, if they weren't even making modifications, if they were just snooping on someone's PC looking at what files they have and they weren't part of the government, they'd be considered a hacker and they would go to jail. But because the US government's doing it, they're our big brother and they can do whatever they want. That simply isn't right. Regardless of if the physical aspect of the property is there or not, it's still my property. If I was to go on an Apple iPhone and download something from the cloud, let's say I didn't have enough memory on my hard drive on my iPhone, and I wanted to download something via the cloud, and I wanted to watch it via 3G or Wi-Fi. Fine. That's my property. Let's say I buy a movie and I want to stream it through the cloud. It's my property. I'm paying for the property. I'm installing it via the cloud. Just because the physical property isn't there, it doesn't mean that it's not my property. The same works with computers. The hard drive is there. If you destroy it, you're destroying someone's property. But if I go deleting System 32 on a computer, which is the file that basically if you delete it, it'll destroy your computer, are you saying that that's not technically your property? Again, it doesn't matter. Let's say I write a brilliant poem or a brilliant document on Microsoft Word, but I don't have a hard copy of it because I don't have a printer. But I still feel that I worked really hard with it and I should keep it on my computer. If someone went and deleted this file, would that be considered not my property? Regardless of if the physical aspect of the property is there, I'm going to say it again, they don't have a right to modify or view it without my permission. It's mine. It's not theirs. You don't have a right. You don't have a right to it. But according to the article that I read, not only are they looking through stuff on your computer, they've been reportedly using your desktop or laptop microphone and webcam to view what's been going on while you use your computer. Same goes with your Android device. Whether it be a tablet or a phone, it doesn't matter. If your Android phone is capable of using a microphone, if it has a built-in microphone, which pretty much every Android does, they can look through the microphone, or they can listen in on what's going on with your microphone, even if you're not using it. Let's say you just you put down your Nexus 7 and you're not using it at all. You were just using it to surf the web a few minutes ago and you turned it not completely off, but to the point where the screen was black and you weren't using it. They technically could still be using that microphone to listen in on what I'm saying right now. I have my laptop right here. Technically, I have no way of knowing that the NSA or the FBI isn't looking through my files right now. And I find that creepy. And I think that's wrong. But I want to hear your opinion. And I understand what you might be saying to me. I understand if you disagree. You might just be saying, look, they're just trying to keep our streets safe. If it means they're looking through my stuff, it's not like they're making modifications. It's okay. Look, I understand what you're saying. I just simply don't agree with it. The fact of the matter is, the US government has the potential to look through my privacy without me knowing it, and I don't think it's right. Even if it does keep the streets cleaner or whatever, they shouldn't go to that type. They shouldn't take it that far. I just think it's wrong. And I know they're not going to go looking through files on my computer. I know they're not going to go looking through my Microsoft Word documents or my web history or whatever it is. I understand that's not what they're going to do. They're only going to be doing it to people where they have reason to believe that they're doing something illegal. I understand that. But it still isn't right. I don't think that the US government should have that type of power, even if it does make for a better society. It makes a society, I don't know, man. I just don't think it's right. I don't know. I want to hear your opinion, though. What do you guys think of this whole NSA thing? if you want to read up on the article yourself, I will leave a link in the description to where I found it, and hopefully I'll hear your opinion as well. So if you want to PM me and you think that there's an article that I should review or at least touch up on, then PM me and I'll look into it. So thanks so much for watching. Hope to see you in my next video.